This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everybody, Dr. Doug Smith here. It's Wednesday at 1 o'clock, so it's time for our Monday through Thursday 1 o'clock podcast. Bear with me today. We just lost one of our dogs at home, and there'll be a tone of sadness in my voice. But let's do our podcast. Um, where we are today is we're going through the citizens petition page by page, and today we're going over the data that we got in our IRB. Institutional Review Board, IRB. That's how you do research in the United States. You have to get permission from an IRB, Institutional Review Board, to make sure things done right. Our IRB approved clinical trial, which was simple thing in the world. Some people, opioid dependent people, volunteered to stop taking all opioids, including buprenorphine or anything else. And on day 3, came into the office and we did some questionnaires and drew their blood. But it was the blood work that was so amazing. And that's what you're seeing there in front of you. Everything in gray is abnormal, and these are what are called the catecholamine levels. And as you can see, there are 3 catecholamines: epinephrine, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Those are the 3 catecholamines. So we drew all 3, and we were expecting some level of abnormality in the catecholamines, but we were not expecting what we saw. In fact, these numbers were so horrendous that we called an emergency halt to the study and notified the IRB. We just never seen levels like this before. In my opinion, these levels are not compatible with life. These are horrendous. And as you can see, 13 out of 15 people had at least one elevated catecholamine. It only takes one to kill you. Okay, 13 out of 15 had at least one, but as you can see, multiple people had more than one catecholamine elevated. Okay, that's beyond what we ever anticipated. And these levels were beyond what we ever anticipated. And 2 of the individuals had the known to be deadly combination of epinephrine and norepinephrine. And as we knew from the Dr. Liu study, that combination will kill you very fast. It will kill you with heart failure. So when we saw these, we immediately canceled the remainder of the study, called an emergency halt to the study, notified the IRB, and we realized what we had done here was we had diagnosed, we had determined the signature disease. Okay, when people get sick, are they having catecholamine toxicity? And the answer is an overwhelming yes. And now remember, these people came in on day 3, of no opioids. Okay, and what that implies is these people are experiencing days of elevated catecholamine levels, which is catastrophic. These people are having days of elevated catecholamines, because catecholamines have a half-life of about 2 minutes. That's the way Mother Nature designed it. 2.5 minutes after you get a surge of epinephrine or norepinephrine or dopamine or whatever you got out of your adrenal gland, 2.5 minutes later, half's gone, another half's gone, another 2.5 minutes, another half's gone. 10, 12, 14 minutes after your surge of epinephrine, it's pretty much gone. Okay, but these were people on day 3, and there's just no experience with sustained elevated catecholamines like this. There's no history. There's no science to go on. This has never been documented before. Sustained at levels of adrenaline have never been documented before. You'll see some elevated levels of adrenaline in some very rare types of tumors, pheochromocytoma being the classic. It's a tumor of the adrenal glands normally. It can be other places, but normally the adrenal gland. And it'll secrete some abnormal levels of epinephrine and such, but not sustained levels like this. This is just unprecedented in the history of medicine. So this is profound. I wanted to really put some emphasis on this. This is not compatible with life. This is profound. This is we expected some elevated levels, but nothing like this. And this is why we believe over 3 million people have died, according to the American Heart Association data. Over 3 million people have died from an epidemic of cardiovascular deaths in parallel with the opioid crisis, and we believe you're looking at the reason right there. We then gave these people a dose of buprenorphine and drew their blood again, and we will go over that tomorrow. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. This is our Monday through Thursday 1 o'clock podcast. please take this video and post it on your social media and everybody else's social media. Let's get the word out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.